Hello everyone, so this is Khaled again with the OnStep Blue Pill controller, and this is the upgrade that I posted in the group about. Basically, Michael Anner identified this module, okay, and this module is called the RobotDyn. So the company is called RobotDyn, and you can see it at the top here, RobotDyn, and it's an F303, not a 103 like the Blue Pill. And it has 256 KB of flash, and it's an ARM Cortex M4, not an M3. M4 has a floating point unit, which makes it faster, and I believe this runs at a speed of 100 megahertz, not 72 megahertz, but I'm not sure. But during our tests, it proved to be much faster than the original Blue Pill, and it comes with the usual pins that needs to be soldered. So I'll solder these and then insert it into the Blue Pill controller that I have, and we'll test it out. One thing to note is that the position of the boot 1 and boot 0. So boot 0 is the one that's closer to the USB. Boot 1 is the one that's further away from it. Boot 1 never needs to be changed for our purposes, but boot 0 is if these two pins are close together, then it's flash mode. If these two are close together, then it's run mode. So you'll have to adjust the wires that you did for the flash run switch accordingly. Anyway, so I'll test all this in the next segment in the video. So first, soldering the pins, and then we'll come back to that. So this is the RobotDyn F303 module after it was soldered and placed in the Blue Pill PCB. You see that the lights here are reversed, so the one closer to my finger on the Blue Pill used to be the power. Now it's the green one on the other side, and the blue one is the one that shows the tracking. Another change is the cable that goes from the flash run switch to the headers on this module. You notice that they are oriented now, so the one closest to the USB connector is the one that we're concerned about, the boot 0, and you have to reverse the wires for the flash switch, flash and run switch to operate the same way. You can choose not to reverse the wires, but then the flash run would be the opposite directions of what you're used to. So as you can see, it's tracking, and I have already slewed. I connected the mount, and I already slewed to Altair, and at this time of the day, it's due in the southwest, and the mount is pointing correctly. And you can see also here in the K-stars, here is where the mount is pointing, which is correct. Now let me tell it to go to Arcturus, which is in the opposite side of the meridian, and I'll say go to, okay, and let us see what the mount does. Okay, so it's flipping the meridian and waiting until the declination would point to the north. And in the meantime, I'll show you that also the Android application is just working normally, nothing out of the ordinary, and you can see that the coordinates are changing. Now here is the interesting bit. With the Blue Pill, I had a maximum speed of 3.9 degrees per second, and the default of 1.9. Now look at this RobotDyn, what the default is. The default is 4.1. So the default using my configuration is more than the the maximum was on the Blue Pill. Okay, so it's definitely much faster. And now that the mount is now in the other, pointing the other way, the western half of the celestial sphere, and you can see that the pointer here is to Arcturus. Okay, so it works as intended. Now let me show you the maximum here. So this is the default, and if I go fastest, 8.2 degrees per second. That is insane. It's more than double the Blue Pill. So now this is not like with the default configuration. I used also pulse for the step waveform, and I also used micro steps go-to. So I speeded things up considerably. Now I wouldn't dare to use 8 degrees because it's kind of too much, and given the inertia and all that, and the counterweights and the scope and all that, I wouldn't. So I'll just put it back to the default. Faster gives me something in between, which is 6. Okay, so yeah, this RobotDyn is a very easy upgrade. It's pin compatible. It goes into the PCB the same way. No differences except for the wire that's boot 0 if you want to flip them, or just flip the direction of the switch. And so it's much faster, considerably faster, more than double the speed. It also has 256K, which means that it's future proof. So as OnStep grows, then you have years and years of life in that controller and the module. So thanks to Mike Honor for pointing this board out and sending me a module that I received today. So let us tell the mount to go back to where it is. So we'll just say return home. And this is at the 4 degrees per second default. So there you have it. This is how it works, and I'll just show you one more thing, which is how to compile. First, you need to get the search the board manager for STM32, and then select this STM32 cores. You will see that here there is the RobotDyn Blue Pill F303. Okay, and once you have that installed, then you select tools, and then you need to select tools, and you select STM32 boards, and from the board you say F3 generic STM32F3 series, and then there you can select the RobotDyn Blue Pill F303CC. Okay, that's the only option under the 303. There are no other manufacturers that have support in this board manager. And then the USART would have to be generic serial, and then USB support none, low full speed. And then here, this is the important part, is to speed it up, is that you use fastest 03. Okay, so optimization would be, so again, optimize would be not smallest but rather fastest. Don't use the LTO option, the one after it. And then, so you go fastest 03, okay, and then that's about it. You don't need anything else. You just need to give it the port and use the STM32 cube if you're on Windows. And how to use it is already in the Blue Pill wiki page. And you need to use OnStep 4.20 or later. Okay. So once you do that, you compile, and that's it. No more 64K modules that don't work, or you can't flash because they have the wrong resistor with the Blue Pill. So unless you have a working Blue Pill system, this is the way to go. If you want to upgrade, you can upgrade, or you can stay with the Blue Pill, because Howard has put in a lot of work to make sure that the Blue Pill works for version 4 of OnStep. So that's, you know, for you know, maybe a few years with the Blue Pill should work. But if you're starting out, then just go for the RobotDyn F303CC module. And with that, there is not much, and I just like to thank Mike Anner again for first identifying this module, and also sending me and doing all the testing remotely actually. So all the code and all that went in before I received the module. So it was a very successful virtual collaboration. And for Howard for merging in the changes quickly, and for OnStep in general. Thanks to all of you, and enjoy.